Hi there, and welcome to Draw Anything and Everything. I'm your artist, Mickey Malarky. You know, recently one of my young friends said to me, Mickey, your pictures sometimes can be kind of silly. And I thought about it, and yeah, it's true. You know, it doesn't matter how silly your picture is. What does matter is that it makes you happy and that you love it. All you need to make a really silly picture is to have something to draw on, something to draw with, and a lot of enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm!
Well, what do you think? Is today's picture going to be silly? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get some ideas from the imagination box. Here we go. All right, and the first idea is badminton. Badminton. Do you know what that is? So badminton is kind of like tennis, but I'm not sure if it's a game or a sport. You know what? It doesn't matter. We'll work with it. The second idea is, of course, it's a whale. A whale. All right. And let's hope that this third idea ties the whole thing together. Our third idea is a hamburger. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have our work cut out for us today. Are you ready? Let's get drawing. Well, the imagination box really did it to us this time, didn't it? We have badminton, which is either a game or a sport, a whale, and a hamburger. Well, there's only one way to do this, and that's just to dive right in. So let's start with our friend, the whale. I think that'll really help give us some idea of how to put this picture together. So I'm going to draw a whale. And let's assume from now that our whale friend is going to be the one playing badminton. So I'm going to give him a nice expression, you know, that you might see in a sporting event of deep concentration and athleticism. And for an outfit, what do you think? Let's do like a nice collared shirt to start. I'm going to assume that people who play badminton dress kind of like people who play tennis. So let's find out what that ends up looking like. And then here I'm going to draw a fin or a flipper. Is it a fin or a flipper? I'm not really sure. I'm not a marine biologist, so you got to go easy on me here. I'm doing the best I can with a whale. The whale is going to be holding a badminton racket, which looks a lot like a tennis racket, only it's a lot longer and skinnier and thinner. But it just like a tennis racket, at the end it has that circle with the mesh, and that's what they use in badminton. And you know, just to really round it out, I'm going to do a nice athletic pose. So we're going to put the other fin or flipper up in the air as our badminton playing whale has just hit the birdie over. And I'm going to show you what a birdie is in a second. But first I want to finish this up by drawing, I think I'm going to draw a skirt for our whale today. This is like the classic kind of country clubbish look. And because a whale doesn't have feet, I don't know what to do with it. You know what? I'm just going to do a shoe anyway. I'm going to do a shoe, but it's going to be a double shoe. So one shoe that has two places so that it can accommodate the whale's tail. And there we go. Now we have our badminton playing whale who just, it appears, hit the birdie over the net. So we need a net. Let's draw a net here, right? And this net there, just like in tennis, it's exactly like in tennis. We'll go across and we're going to give it some hatching here, just so we know that it's a net and not just a random floating rectangle. Although, you know what? We can do whatever we want. So if we wanted it to be a random floating rectangle, that is okay too. But let's go with a traditional net. Nice, easy traditional net. And you know, here's the back of the court. Now, what are you hitting? You've heard me use this term birdie. Well, a birdie, it kind of looks like a ball on top with a cone. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to draw a hamburger, right? So we have to incorporate our hamburger idea. So let's use a hamburger. We'll put some tomato. What else do you like on your hamburger? We of course have to have the big meat patty. And then let's go with a bottom bun. And then the bottom part, so it looks kind of like a birdie, we'll kind of look like that. I know right now it looks like an egg shaker, but we can make it look a little bit more like a birdie. So this part goes around, and then there's another part that goes around, and we'll just come around the back. And there you go. There's our birdie that was just hit by our whale friend as a mean forehand. Okay, so who do you think the whale should be playing? I think there's only one answer to that. If I was a whale and I was going to play badminton with anybody, it would be with a dolphin. So let's add a dolphin friend in here, and we'll give them a nice big eye, right? Getting ready to take this serve, and we'll have them come nice and low there. They have a fin at the back, I think, and we'll have the arm come out. And they're ready as well to hit this back, and let's make them left-handed. Right? There aren't enough left-handed dolphins in our life, so let's make one right now. And there we go, and there we go. All right, so now we have our badminton game well underway. Let's start with some color. I'm going to turn to my favorite, the grayish blue, but you know what? Let's start with the dolphin. I'm going to do the dolphin in this color. There we go. This is a nice classic dolphinish color, and there we go. And for our whale friend, you know what? Before I color our whale friend in, I think I'm gonna give them a sweatband, right? When they're playing a sport, why not give them a sweatband? I assume that there must be a badminton player somewhere who wears a sweatband, and I'll give them a nice little whale logo on it so that we know that they're shopping along with their interests. And now we're going to color our whale friend this grayish blue again. How great is this grayish blue? It works with everything. So there's that, and then over here with the hand or the clipper or the fin, whatever you want to call it. There we go. And let's add some tones of pink to this shirt. There we go. Nice pinkish flare to make it really bright. And we'll do the same thing here on the headband. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. It's a little bit white, it's a little bit pink, it's many colors, and that's kind of the fun. And then we'll use a little bit of a darker burnt color here for the skirt. I think we can probably do the whole thing in this color. Yeah, just make it nice. And then we'll add a little bit of brown so that we have this kind of classic badminton look. You know, you often see badminton rackets in people's garages, and they haven't been used for a very long time, but you just can't let them go. You have to keep them. We have now, for this hamburger, let's give it a little bit of red. All right, so there's a tomato. You know, you can also do, I don't know if you've ever seen this, sometimes you see in the movies, that people who play tennis or badminton, they have these nice like lines or trim on it. There we go. Look how nice that looks. And then let's turn to the lettuce. Have lettuce. There we go. And we will do a nice tan for the bun. Beautiful. Beautiful. Every time I draw food, I get hungry. And we'll do a nice brown for the burger. And just to give it a little bit of pop, we're gonna just do a few lines like this of red on that part of the birdie. Okay, next let's do the net, and we have to do the whale shirt. So how about a lovely teal, a nice sea teal for the whale's shirt. Right, oh, look how bright and beautiful that is. And we can contrast that with a little bit of purple, right? Just to make it a little bit more fun. This is probably someone who prefers surfing over badminton, but you know, they decided to help out their friend today. And finally, the court, right? We'll give a lot of nice green to this court so that this comes nicely together. All right, and there you have it. Really, we've done our whale, we've done our hamburger, and we've done our badminton. And it's up to you if you want to add anything else. Like here, I'm gonna have, instead of sweat, I'm gonna have some of that steam or mist come out of the blowhole. You know, and you can also have a nice sun coming up, beating down on our friends here as they play. But this is just another example of how you can really do anything you want when it comes to drawing. I hope you enjoyed it. Well, today's picture was a lot of fun. And even though I don't know a lot about whales or badminton, I think we did okay. Now, in fairness, I will admit this picture is a little silly, but it works. And you know what? Most importantly, I love it. Thanks so much for drawing today. I'll see you again next time. Take care now.